Where you going? What are you drinking tonight? Let's keep 'em flowing. Where do you come from? Where you going? What are you feeling tonight? And what are you showing? Where do you come from? 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 Where you going? What are you drinking tonight? Let's keep 'em flowing.
Hello and welcome. Are we live here, Nads? Just want to
Yes, we are. We
All
are
right, I'm
live.
just having some technical issues on my end there,
Oh,
but welcome and bienvenue. The late night cloud gaming show with Rudiggz and Nads is here. A cloud gaming talk show where we, two Canadian gaming show hosts, chat about everything cloud gaming. We're talking Bungie's Destiny 2, cloud gaming headlines, and upcoming game trailers. So stay tuned. I'm joined, as always, by my super co-host, leveling up the podcast, as always, Sebastian. So thank you, sir. How are you doing today?
good. I'm happy to be back. I'm back home, and I'm with. I'm enjoying being back. That's awesome.
All right. Yes, this is the next generation gaming show. So let's get into it today. We're going to be talking episode 62. We're talking Destiny 12. We're talking some headlines, and we're talking some new game trailer. So yes, I'm thankful to have my co-host back in action, surviving the hurricanes that
Mhm.
Mexico was throwing at us, but we were able to get through it. And yes, today we're joined by a streaming bot. Yeah, so welcome, bot. Welcome to the show. Hopefully, all goes well. I want to say what up to Bliss. Thanks for popping into the show. And Mr. Crow Resin. You guys make the show awesome. So thank you for popping in. So, you were in Mexico
Yep.
having some fun, and I'm sure you thought, hey, I'm in Mexico. They're going to have Stadia. I'm going to be able to connect on here because of the country expansion.
Well, so basically, I was able to play some game, but try Stadia, and it's not available in your country. So I wasn't able to play any Stadia because I was like, oh, let's try it, right? Because of I ended up playing on GFN at the end, and I play a Destiny 2. It was a
Oh,
little bit
GFN
choppy.
worked.
Yeah, it did work. It was fine. It's just like it was choppy because the internet I was getting was about 1 megasecond to up to 4 megasecond upload and download. So it's like a public network. Wasn't that great. I think I could have made Stadia work if I've used a VPN, but it would be like too much in the bandwidth, and then I wouldn't be able to it would be like stuttering everywhere. So
Right.
all I end up doing is play GFN, and that was actually good. So
Wow, I'm
and
surprised.
also was able to play some xCloud. I played a little bit more of Halo Infinite onto the xCloud, which was quite interesting. With my, I don't have it here. I had like the little gamepad where I can put my phone in. Looking at all the other console, the cloud console, they're coming out like Logitech and I'm trying to think of other one, but there's a couple one coming out. I'm like, my phone is just fine. It's doing the same thing. It's like a Nintendo Switch, right? So it was perfect
Exactly.
for traveling. Hmm
Awesome. Yeah, your phone is a cloud handheld device, so don't forget about
Yeah.
that. I mean, you have that back, what do they call it? The backbone, and you're
hmm
good to go. You're good to
Yeah,
go.
I got myself the GameSir X2 Pro, which is like a Xbox exclusive, but works on any other platform. So there's just an Xbox button on it. no change, but it's still work on GFN and stuff like that. But other
Okay.
than that, I survived, like you said, I survived the hurricane. We had Hurricane Lisa coming through Mexico. Thankfully, it
Damn.
was south of me, and yeah, we were fine. So we just had a couple days of rain, which sucks, but that was fine though.
And you survived the hurricane of tequila?
Oh yes, a lot of tequila was awesome. A lot of margarita, freaking love it. That was great. Just sit
Oh,
by the
margarita.
beach. Yes, a lot of margarita.
Oh, that's important. It's good to kick back. Hopefully you're recharged,
Oh
or
yes.
you probably needed some vacation from your vacation, as they say.
Yeah, the last well, I flew back and my flight was delayed, and I got here on Saturday night. So I spent the whole day just chilling.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yes, Bliss. Margaritas are very delicious, but don't let them get out of hand. I mean, margaritas are great on a beach. That's for sure.
Yes.
Well,
So
other than drinking on the beach and gaming, I was locked into the PlayStation universe myself for some gaming this week. Was jumping into Horizon Forbidden West. I'm getting through that campaign, upgrading my bows, getting armor, going on side quests when I really should be just going through the main mission. I'm
you got
having
distracted.
Yeah, I'm having a storage issue where it's like there's so many games coming out, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this thing only comes with 825 gigs of storage. So I'm out there trying to get hard drives, but the hard drive that you need for the PlayStation, you need to like internally install it. So you need to take
Wow.
off the plates and you need to insert it into the thing. You can't buy an external hard drive because it only works with PlayStation 4 games. I'm like, oh my gosh. So I have to return this
Really?
thing that I just got. And like, it's a whole rigmarole. But God of War. See, I see Bliss talking about it. God of War comes out tomorrow night, I think.
Mhm.
Why are you saying things like tomorrow night? That's very confusing.
It's tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow night for
It
him.
comes out November 9th. It comes out November 9th. So I think it may be a couple more days. I know Sonic Frontiers is November 8th, and then God of War is November 9th, and then I think November 10th is Wednesday. So I think we're talking Tuesday. I think Bliss is like, I got like 1 or 2 more sleeps until God of War, and then he's ready to play.
Actually, November 9 is Wednesday.
Is Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a couple more sleep.
A couple more sleeps. Yeah. But exciting stuff. I mean, everybody saw that God of War reviews came out. It's getting a lot of great reviews. I read a little bit of Paul Tassie's review, which was a little bit more critical on God of War than everybody else sugarcoating it. He said things like there was a lot of shimmy through skinny walls. There was a lot of linear progression. There was a lot of interesting things. So I just plugged in my SSD external drive to my PlayStation 5.
Yeah, that's what I thought you just need to do. You just need to make sure that the SSD is 3.0 capable, and you just plug it in the back of it.
What? And well, I've seen people apparently that you gotta internally install it, and you need like a heatsink or something to cool it down to have it integrated into it. But you can have an
Oh,
external SSD.
yeah. They came out with that with the PlayStation 4, I think, and same with the Xbox. Yeah, you just format it within the console. So you go inside the console and you format the hard drive so it's only like being used for the PlayStation.
Bliss, we'll have to talk more about this later. because I guess if I just get a big SSD externally and plug it in, the thing is, people are saying that if it's not recommended by PlayStation 5, like not officially licensed, then it won't work. But
well, if you format it, you can always try if you have a hard drive at home.
yeah,
Or
I
look
do.
it up on Reddit. Someone figure it out.
I digress, though. Yes, I did. I did add the little bot, and the little bot should tell people to like and subscribe, and it should tell people to go to our Twitter page, and then it should also tell people there's like a magic 8-ball function. I don't know if any of that's going to happen, but bear with me. This is the first time I put it up. So let's jump into the TWAB of this week. If you have no
Yes.
objections to that.
No objection. So first of all, we're just going to start with the Festival of the Lost. So it's finishing this week. So if you haven't had the chance, go make sure check it out. This is last week, a reset on Tuesday. That's going to be it after that. Going on with Zur, the main thing I'll say is the Warlock helmet is pretty decent, high recovery, high intellect. Other than that, weapon wise, it's nothing great. For exotic, we have the a first rig. If you don't have that for the hunter, very great for deadfall. Also, we have the Doomfang Pauldron for the Titan, very good. Also, if you don't have it, make sure you have that. And for the Warlock, we got the Crown of Tempest for the Arc. So, in terms of Arc Moon and the DMT, the role is it could be better, right? So, but that's pretty much what we have on the Titan side. There's like nothing that great from like what I saw. Like C59, that's little 60. It's not like like sometimes it's the roll. Maybe this one is not too bad, but like if you're going after a god roll, it's like looking sad a little bit.
They're
So I
never
think
they're never good from Zur. They're like for beginners, I feel. Like if
Yeah.
you're just stepping into it.
That's just it. Looking at them, like, you know, you got probably the helmet there with eye recovery, but 59. But again, if you don't have those armor, make sure you go buy them just to have it in your collection. All right. So I'll move on into our TWAB. So TWAB for this week. So a very long TWAB, pretty decent for this week. Just before I kicked on into it, just a reminder that we have only 29 days until the season, until the end of the season and season 19 starting. And the only thing we have left is one more Iron Banner, which start on the 15th of November. So like not a lot of activity happening currently. We have the trials over the weekend and we'll talk more about it, but that's pretty much it. So moving on into the TWAB. So currently there's ability change coming to season 19. So quite interesting. So we had all the 3.0 update of the subclass to make Void, Solar, and Arc at the same level as Stasis, or like the same customization. But now they're looking at some change. So quite interesting. So we'll dig into that. So first of all, we got Solar. So the main thing about Solar 3.0 is that Restoration is going to get a nerf because it's been too powerful. And looking at the Titan, even the latest nerf they did, I found was enough, but they're going to nerf it down. What we see here is like a reduce of the health per second with the Restoration ×1, Restoration ×2. And no longer stacked with Healing Rift Healing, which I didn't know it was stacking on top, but that's another thing. Some fragment change. So we got the Ember of Torch, the Radiant, the buff is going to be reduced from 10 to 8 seconds, and will also apply a -10 discipline penalty. And Amber of Solace, it's going to provide now a bonus 50% radiant duration rather than a flat 5 seconds. So they just say 50%. So that's one big thing. Next one, we got Knocking Down. Knocking Down is one of the that's for the hunter. So I'm looking for the words now. The fragment, sorry, Knocking Down, it's supposed to give you a boost in damage for your super, which is very great for the hunter. They noticed that it was being used or overused too much, so they're gonna do some change. They're gonna nerf it a little bit. So for the golden gun, it now provides 15% bonus damage resistance to Deadshot golden gun, and no longer provide a bonus duration. It no longer provide 15% damage bonus resistant to the marksman golden gun. And blade barrage, they just basically reducing the amount of projectile from 5 to 3. Now it's going to release a total of 20 knives instead of 24. So like, it's probably not going to be it's going to be high DPS, but maybe not as high. I think there's going to be people running some tests verifying how much a difference it's going to be. The next thing is the Celestial Fire for the Warlock. So they're going to change it because there's been an issue in PvP where like they want to use Celestial Fire, but they have like they're using the auto melee, so it's gonna go punch instead. So they're gonna increase the close range melee damage from 90 to 100, so it's equal with the auto melee, and there's no issue there. So moving into Void, Void Overshield is gonna get a buff. So they fix an issue where the Overshield only provide 25% in PvP, PvE only. Damage resistance rather than 50%. I didn't know there was a bug. I guess it was a bug from the beginning. So now Overshield is gonna actually do something, because I found like it was Restoration was better. The Solar was way better. Now Void is gonna be a little bit better. So we'll see how it goes. The Nova Bomb Vortex, it's gonna get a buff because people notice that they're using the Catalysm variant more. They also notice that people, when they use it, it just like they don't, it's not overshotting, but it's too short. So now they're gonna make it so it's like the projectile speed is up by 21%, and the radius of the pull is added by 17%, and the strength of the inward pull impact is by 20%. So now we're gonna feel more a bigger pull, or like it's gonna pull more the enemy. So that should be a good option to go with as Warlock. So other than that, we have the Shield Bash is gonna get buff, improve. It's like more on the PvP side. Sometime if you go Shield Bash with the Titan, it will not like go after the person. You will fly past it, and I noticed it happened to me a few times. So they're going to improve the reliability of the connection, and also applying the suppression. So that should be interesting. The big thing for the Hunter is Shadow Shot. There's going to be some change. So the two Shadow Shots going to be more separated. So the Deadfall has been used for PvE damage buff before, and now it's going to be more separated than versus the Mobius Quiver one. So basically we have an extension of the Shadow Shot Deadfall from 8 seconds to 12 seconds, and also the Mobius Quiver, it's going to be reduced from 8 to 6 seconds. It's not going to last as long. And with the Divinity being reduced, Divinity like bonus damage being reduced, people's most likely going to go with the Deadfall, and the fact it's going to last longer, that's going to be amazing. So I think it's going to be a good option there. The other thing they talked about is the invisibility for the Night Stalker. They know it's an issue in PvP. Like I played Trials today, and there was like people, a group of 3 under Void, just invis the entire time. They just dodging and killing everything. They running around with the Rat King, so they're always invis, and they know that right now. Bungie knows it's an issue in PvP. So moving on to Arc now. Arc's gonna have a little bit of change. I know it's fairly new. One of the main change they have concern about is the Touch of Thunder aspect plus the Thunder Grenade for the Titan. They're gonna put a nerf into that. They notice it's like a little bit too much. So one thing they're gonna do is that they're gonna decrease the Touch and Thunder Grenade base roaming duration from 5 seconds to 4 seconds, which shouldn't last as long. And also they decrease the bonus lifetime granted by Spark of Magnitude to the and Storm Grenade from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds. And they also updated the friend or foe visual language, so you'll see it better if it's enemy or friendly. So that's going to be a good thing. Moving on, we have the Ballistic Slam. So it's going to be getting buffed for PvP only, so it's going to increase the damage by 16%, which is good. Make it more better for PvE, sorry. And same with Tempest Strike. They noticed that there was an issue where it wasn't causing as much damage, so they're going to increase it by 30% in PvE, so it's going to be a little bit better. Same for the Arc Soul. They're going to increase the damage, base damage in PvE from 35 to 60. So Arc Soul is going to be amazing. The main mention they say is that for the Warlock Stormcaller, most people will go with the Void because you got the Child of the Old God or Bleak Walker for like Stasis, or well, Radiance is more, it's a bit better. Now I'm gonna try to make Arc Soul a little bit better, so there's like more option out there. The other thing they're gonna change is that the lightning surge where you can teleport and blast your melee. So they notice like everybody's using that instead of using any of the melee, so they're gonna buff the ball and chain lightning melee. So the ball lightning, they're gonna increase the travel range from 27.5 meter to 35 meter, which is massive because you gotta think in a PvP role, you just throw that ball, it's going to be annoying for people. And also the chain lightning, they increase the damage against PvE combatant by 50%. So that's going to be a massive change. So that should be interesting. The other thing we're going to see is a Chaos Reach buff. It's just going to be reducing the cooldown from 9 minutes 16 seconds to 7 minutes 35 seconds, just to make it a little bit better. I found like I end up using more Stormcaller and Chaos Reach now, and that's going to make it a little bit better, right? Now moving on to Stasis. Yes, Stasis is getting some buff and some change. Pretty happy to see that they keep working on that. Hey, hello Jeff. So Stasis, they're gonna be buffing the slow. So the slow, it's gonna be weird. So like if you throw a grenade, you're gonna get working into this, or like you get slow by anything. They're gonna increase the movement speed penalty while slow by 10%. So it's gonna be noticeable even more. So think about when you're doing GM and you gotta fight those ads that like freeze you in place, or like even in PvP, you'll get slow even more. So that should be interesting. I don't know if this is going to be modifying, but we'll see. The other thing we have is a Cold Snap Grenade is going to get a buff also to make it a little bit better, to make it worth it to use. So the big thing they're going to do is that it can change trajectory after 5 seconds of throwing the grenade. So like it's going to be more going towards the enemy. I didn't find there was any issue with that before, but that's quite interesting. They're adding that. The next one is a Duxfield Grenade. They're going to make it so you become slow almost more instantly. So the increased slow stack application rate of the player by 13%. So you should see it being noticeable faster than like be able to get out of the Duskfield Grenade before it happens, which is good. Another big thing coming up is for the Unturn the Titan. The fragment slot will be increased from 1 to 2 for both the Winter Shroud and Cryoplasm. So that's a good thing, because if you notice with Void 3.0, Solar 2.0, and Arc 2.0, you don't really see any like one slot. I don't think so. But like I noticed that was an issue with me playing as the Titan. I always found that annoying, but it's great that it can increase from 1 to 2. So like this, we can add more aspect. Moving to the Shade Binder. Yes, the Warlock's gonna get some love too. So we getting the Shade Binder and Glacial Harvest gonna get a buff. So Glacial Harvest is when you get those stasis crystal. So they're gonna create more crystal. So from 15 second to 10 second. So they're gonna last longer. You should be getting more, and that should be a little bit better to use from understanding. So that should be an interesting one to see. The other thing too was the issue with the Warlock is that there's no way for him to break the crystal when you freeze someone. So there was the aspect whisper of rending, which was the idea is to use kinetic to break your crystal faster. So they're gonna make it, instead of being only kinetic, they're gonna make it to primary ammo. So any primary can break the crystal easily, which is gonna be good because you gotta think it could be a primary, but like solar or primary elemental, and it's still gonna break it easily. So that would be a great addition. So that's pretty much overall the changes coming to season 19. That should be interesting. I can't wait to see that. I'm quite excited for Stasis getting a few more buff, and Overshield for the Void. So I think I'll go back and try them all, and I can see some build being changed and make it better, right? So moving on, we have a new dungeon coming up for season 19. They didn't tell us what it is, but they gave us a date. So December 9 is a Friday. They're gonna drop with the new dungeon, and we're gonna be able to experience a new activity. So that should be good. That's gonna be for next season. Excuse me. And moving on, trials. So we had trials this weekend. If you haven't jumped into, like I mentioned, a lot of Void Hunter in the trials right now. But if you're interested for next weekend, there's like a trials lab, and you can vote for the map you wish to have. Currently, those are the option. And I don't know the name of the map, so I'm gonna have to read it. So we got Anomaly, which is this one, Cauldron, and Pacifica. So those 3 maps can be available. Check your email. You should receive an email which you can vote for that.
Awesome.
Yeah. Moving on, we still have some moderator playing over the weekend, and it's going to be ending in November 7, so on Monday. No, it's even until Tuesday, until reset. So if you haven't had a chance, you can play with some of the moderator doing different activity like Catch Scratch, Expedition, Crucible, Vanguard Ops, Haunted Sector, Gambit. So they mix it up with PvE, PvP, and you can get a chance to grab this nice emblem if you haven't had a chance. There's like the time slot and when you can find them. So have a look on the TWAB. All the timing are there. It's quite interesting that they're doing that. They're doing that every so often. So that's just great when they do that. So other than that, we have some Festival the Lost Art. And as we can see here, people like were submitting a lot of art piece just to show what they're capable of. Here we have the Triumph emblem. You can like see they put in front of this fireplace, pretty neat. Here we have a nice little pumpkin. Look at this, it's a wisp witness. It's pretty amazing. Here, like it's a bit hard to see, but it's all the mass that was created within the the festival, the loss. You can get the mask for Keitel, the Thousand Voices, and also you have the Witch Queen. So someone recreated them in cardboard. It's pretty amazing. Like this one, this is a Thousand Voices. He recreated it. It's pretty neat that people did that. I guess it's quite simple. Here we have some carving with Crow, and I don't know who's the other person, but yeah, carving. Some drawing with Elixni. We have here the headless Star Horseman with the head. It's like what you call it, Telesto. Let's see if we can zoom in. Oh, and it scroll down all the way. See, it's Telesto right there. Here we have what's his name? Geez, he's in the tower now. Spider. He's like, go buy yourself some candy instead. It just doesn't have any candy to give. Here we have a memorial for oh my god. Why I have a blank? Who's that character again?
What do you mean, the ghost character, Cade?
Yeah, Cade 6. Oh my god. Yeah, it's like a little memorial with Crow in here. Pretty neat. Here we have a Happy Halloween of Nexo with his brain sticking out, I guess. And look at this carving. That's pretty nice carving.
Oh,
See,
yeah.
headless like freaking pumpkin. That's awesome. And here's some more carving from Pumpkin. Pretty neat. People are putting a lot of work. This is just a 3D creation. Quite interesting. Here we have the Vanguard University. Pretty nice to go there.
Wow, they got a lot of media this week.
Exactly, just for the festival, the last. Here we have like just a design of someone. Vecna Vecna from is it Vecna the Spellcaster? What's that from? Is it Stranger's Thing? Okay, let's see.
Yeah, okay.
There's a gift
Sure.
more, but yeah, sure. All right, moving back. Sorry, I just had to zoom out. All right, moving on. So if for people having a PlayStation 5, if you're playing Destiny 2 since the PlayStation 4, make sure to check out to update your game to the PlayStation 5 version, because you might have the terrible graphic, and the PlayStation 5 version is free to get if you had the PlayStation 4 version. So something to watch out. There's some console update texture too if you play Destiny 2 on PS4 or Xbox One. So they show the difference here. They basically did an upgrade on texture pack. I'm not gonna go in full detail. It's quite hard to see the difference. You can see it more for further item, how clear is better. It's a little bit more crisp, I think, in the image, which is good. I'm happy they still support the players that play with older console. This is great. So now within the player support report, the main thing here is about Stadia to save your character. This is a reminder to activate your cross save, and to make sure you leave it activated until Stadia shut down. That's going to make sure that your character will move into another platform. And also after that, don't deactivate the cross save. So like this, you don't lose your character progression.
Exactly. Yep.
Keep in mind daily light saving. I think it happened overnight last night. So that being said, there's going to be some change for them also for when the reset's going to happen. Instead of be 1 p.m. for us, going to be now 12 o'clock. And hotfix coming up. Yeah, we're going to lose Festival of the Lost, and technically there's nothing happening this week so far, so that should be interesting. Should be very down, so it's gonna be time to do some Grandmaster Nightfall and just some dungeon and some raid. I don't think there's gonna be much other than that. If you're still having issue with the pages for the to accumulate the manifestation page, there's like a workaround here. I don't think there's that many issue. I didn't get any of those issue, but I finished like the seal completely, so I'm quite happy with that.
Nice.
And there's some known issue they're gonna fix coming up, so we should see. But that's pretty much it. We have some movie of the week, quite interesting one here. It's a Halloween movie. No, sorry, this one is just following a song and they're gonna play the sound, but he's just shooting at the beat of it, which is pretty interesting. Here, oh my god. Here we just have like a little clip of people. It's like a Scooby-Doo song in the background, and they're running away from like a ghost or something like that.
Oh
So
yeah,
it's quite funny. Yeah, it's a quite funny one to watch. This one's an interesting one. I don't know if you hear the background, but they made a video, and they have all the character of the season with the mask and acting up and the voiceover. Pretty interesting video. A lot of work into that. That's pretty amazing. Here's some little art we have. I don't know who's that fairy, but sure. I don't know if it's is it one of the fairy from
Yeah, who's she trying to be? One of the moss, like the overshield moss?
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. Here we have like more pumpkin carving. I think it's the Cabal's face. Callus
Yeah.
face. Oh wow, okay.
Callous pumpkin.
I know, we got a lot of art. Here we have like the Witch Queen, but like the mask we created, pretty amazing. And we already saw this one on top. But that's pretty much it for Destiny 2 for the TWAB this week. Quite a lot of information, like a lot of change with the subclass 3.0 variant. So like season 19 is going to be quite amazing. We're going to have a lot of stuff happening in season 19. New dungeon, some rework on the subclass and the season. And my guess, I think we mentioned about that before, but it's going to be about Rasputin, and we're finally going to see him like transfer into an EXO. So I'm hoping that's all. Yeah, we'll see if it's about that, but I would be excited if it is. So yeah, that's pretty much it. So this week it's not gonna be much happening, so probably do some GM. I know N7 needed to do some GM, so you can hit me up if Rudiggz you want to come back into Destiny. We can do some GM too.
I'm far away from the required power level.
Yeah, that's all good.
But yes, now is the time for GMs this season, the last month. So get it while you can.
Yes, exactly.
But without further ado, let's jump into the gaming news this week. All right, this week in gaming news, let's start off how we typically do, and that is with GFN. So, GFN is introducing 26 new games this month in November, and we're going to get 15 day and date games. This is pretty huge. Nice to lay it all out there for your November titles. And there is one in here particularly big interest in, and we'll see later in the new game trailers section. So games that we can expect from GeForce Now looks like a Humankind expansion. Is that what they're showing here? Or is this Humankind altogether? Well, they call it Three Kingdoms. and it's coming from Sega's Total War and Creative Assembly. Three Kingdoms is a turn-based empire strategy game. Sounds a lot like Age of Empires. Interesting that
Yeah.
they bring that out with the news of Age of Empires, being redeveloped by Microsoft. But yes, we move on to Genshin Impact, another massive game that you can play with the touch controls on GeForce Now. Apex
And,
Legends.
and I've tried it with the touch control. It works very great. I think it's the same variant as the mobile version. So
Yes, exactly. And we have Season 15 for the Apex Legend, another wildly popular title in the series. Here is a list of upcoming games that are going to be joining this week specifically. We have Against the Storm, Horse's Tail, Space Tail, The Shant, The Entropy Center, WRC Generations, Filament Star Ocean, The Divine Force, Pagui, Risk, Global Domination, which I actually own, so that'll be fun to have access to.
yeah, some risk.
And then Total War 3 Kingdoms. And then also arriving in November, people can look forward to The Unliving, Terracotta, A Little to the Left, Yum Yum Cookstar. Ooh, Yum Yum Cookstar. That sounds good. Nobody, The Turnaround, Goat Simulator 3, Evil West, which is actually a game that I chose to highlight on the game trailers, and it's coming day and date November 22nd to GFN. Color Tone Remixed Warhammer 40,000, which Nads and I both got to try early access, and you can find that on our channel. We have Heads Will Roll Downfall, Guns, Gore, and Cannoli number 2, which I remember seeing that on the Switch, and it's like this 2D side scroller, like cartoony picked, like shoot 'em up. It seemed interesting. I can't believe they made it 2, but there we go. Guns, Gore, and Cannoli. Hidden Through Time, Cave Blasters, Railgate, and The Legend Tananding. So wow. And don't forget the 14 extra titles that landed last month. You can check that out. But some big shout outs are the Paper Cut Mansion, Five Nights at Freddy, and Sniper Elite 5. So be sure to check out everything coming out of GFN. Really an amazing cloud service. It's got a lot of support behind it, and it seems to be here for the long run. Big things. And if you're looking to sign up for GFN, right now is the time, because we have a great huge sale. You get 40% off of a 6-month priority membership, plus take a bite out of Halloween with V Rising. So we're just bringing this back up again because I wanted to say that the deal still exists. Go out there. If you're looking for a cloud gaming option, I mean, this is just stupid cheap. 40% off. Like I said again, oh my gosh, this is like, I think it's $30 for 6 months. Is what they're saying, which is just insane value. So what is that? $5 a month,
pretty much. And if you're interested to give it a try and see if it work, I think we still have a few more keys for a couple days to give away.
Yes, the priority tier. And if you guys didn't know, because we usually game with the 3080 tier, but what they use for priority tier is actually the 2080. So if you were curious about that, I have not been able to try it. And you have RTX also, yes. 2080 RTX. So what we're saying is awesome new games coming this month, 15 day and dates, 26 new titles, plus huge sales on the actual service itself, $5 a month. Awesome stuff.
And if you're interested in some sell, Steam always have like some good sell. We had the Destiny 2, some of the sell on Destiny 2. Also, we also have is it Battlefield 1? It was like on sale for $5. It was pretty cheap. So something to look at. Look up on Steam, find a game that you like. Doesn't matter about the requirement. You go on GFN and load the game as long as the game is available on GFN.
Right. And then there's also the Ubisoft Connect, which allows you to load games, as well as Epic Game Store, which has, monthly games that are free. So that is also an option to add to your library and keep that building and building. So, what do we have going on as well in the world of gaming? Well, I have some news coming out, and it's coming from Netflix making some big moves.
Ooh.
Big moves. Did you know Netflix was making big moves?
I was aware they were looking into going into cloud gaming, but I don't know what's the big move they're doing. I know they're
Uh,
coming out with a few Stranger Thing like game that you can download from the Netflix app. So it's
Yeah,
quite
so
interesting.
the Stranger Things puzzle game is a game that they had removed from the Play Store back in 2021, and now they're bringing it back into their, sort of Netflix gaming universe. And they actually acquired the studio for $72 million.
Damn.
To buy this mobile gaming studio, and they actually have plans to release a bunch of new games. We're talking 55 games in the what looks to be the mobile realm.
Hmm.
Uh, so we can see Netflix making some interesting moves here, attacking mobile gaming, kind of seeing how that sort of service allows for expansion. So it's an interesting niche, and
Mhm.
we'll see where Netflix goes with it.
Because the big thing with Netflix is that they releasing games. You can only get it on the Netflix app. Certain the games, but it's Android based. It's similar to Amazon. If you download the Amazon App Store, you can get specific game from Amazon. So quite interesting the move they're doing there.
And we see that they're coming out with 7 new games. So Netflix gamers can check out some games that may actually seem curious, similar to them if you're a Stadia gamer. So we have Point Puppy, which seems to be, a mobile game. But Into the Breach, this was also on Stadia. We
Yeah.
have Acrium, Rise of Akan, so another mobile game, Oxen Free. But here another one, Spiritfarer. There's another
That's
one
funny.
showing up again. So Before Your Eyes, but like another mobile game, and then SpongeBob. Interesting to see that sort of license come up again.
Mhm.
But obviously Netflix has a lot of connections there, so it's not a big surprise. And their article goes on to see that we could see a lot of Netflix-based shows entering the gaming realm. So uh,
Exactly. You notice that there's a lot of show they created in the last couple of years, all based on games. So I guess that's where they put their foot in, right?
yeah, exactly. Well, okay, why don't you want to? Oh, you didn't want to open for me. Okay, well, the xCloud has introduced a new game, which I obviously have to check out because Grounded has reached 13 million players on xCloud. Have you heard of this game?
Grounded.
Yeah, 13
Oh,
million players
yeah.
on.
Is it PvP or it's just open world type of thing? And then
Uh,
like you just live as a kid in the grass and fight like ants and stuff like that.
I was hoping you would know more than me. I was hoping I would get into some more. I just thought shocking because I remember the times when we were talking Stadia leaderboards and they would get up to like the 7,000. This is
Uh-huh.
13 million people have logged into this through xCloud and used this game.
That's
That's just
crazy.
a little bit shocking to me. Congratulations. It is very impressive. And I need to be 13,000,001 and check this game out, because
Yep.
obviously there's something about it, and it should be on xCloud. So, for everybody wanting to jump into a wildly popular game that's definitely going to have an audience, I think.
Mhm.
I wonder if like the people from Fall Guys just like left Fall Guys and went straight into this. Like I could see like shift of games and
Yeah.
gamers.
There's a possibility. We never know, right? I
Yeah.
know, like the other thing too is that the xCloud has some improvement done, right? That like works better in a browser on Linux and Chrome OS. So I think xCloud is starting to get better, and I think that's where people are reaching more. So quite interesting.
Yes, you jumped to my my story there.
Oh, sorry.
Number 3 there.
Yeah.
xCloud updates the browser. So we get to see a lot better performance
Mhm.
on things like that's funny, the game on the RTX GeForce Now advertisement popped up while I was reading how Microsoft made xCloud better. But
Yeah.
Microsoft has updated its xCloud gaming service to offer better browser support on Linux, which means better performance on the Steam Deck. The article I also read in addition says the Chrome browser OS also got the same update, so we should see better support out of there as well. Yeah, here we go. Linux through a browser on the Chrome OS devices. Oh, okay, maybe not. But yeah, interesting read here. I'm sure we're just going to see continued updates coming from Microsoft updating their xCloud service.
Hmm. Well, now
So
that Stadia is gone, I guess they're supporting Google there.
now that Stadia's gone.
uh,
But yes, sad, sad news. My last xCloud story is about a leak. Ooh, on a cloud native game. Are you
Ooh,
ready? Are you ready
yes,
for it?
I'm ready for it.
So, now, I forgive me for the quality of this, but we're all going to watch together the leak of the first cloud native game made by Hideo Kojima, and it is
Ooh.
called Overdose. All right, so I just clipped about like 30 seconds here because I don't want to get in trouble, and I believe 30 seconds is the rule. So let's watch it. Let's share some thoughts.
Okay.
So
Was that you filming in the background?
no, that was the leak, because that's how
Yeah.
leaks come out. But
Yeah.
that is the ground floor for the first cloud native game coming out of Hideo Kojima.
Yeah.
So pretty epic little beginning there. I know it's not the greatest clip, but what we're hearing now is sort of it's going to be an episodic horror story. She's going to be exploring these situations. It's going to be jump scary-ish, but
Hmm.
I don't necessarily know how this is going to be taking advantage of the cloud, but I guess we will see.
Maybe
Yeah.
graphic wise and like in terms of texture, they can like just bolster it up. I don't know. We'll
Yeah.
have to see, right? That's amazing.
Yeah, but hey, we got to see a little bit of the clip there, and that's going to be coming to xCloud. So interesting stuff there. You saw it here first. And jumping into a little bit of the PlayStation Plus news here. I got two stories to let people know what's up in the PlayStation Plus world as well, because we don't want to leave any of you cloud gamers out, and there's still an option here if you hadn't heard about it. So, Ratchet and Clank 20th anniversary celebrated with free DLC and a classic game on PS Plus. They're celebrating the 20th anniversary, and they're releasing a bunch of the Ratchet and Clank titles to the PS Plus, so you can look forward to a bunch of cosmetics in there, and then you have all of the classic games. So now you all have access to it with the PlayStation Plus. As of November 15th, we can see Ratchet and Clank, and then Going Commando, Up in Arsenal, Deadlocked, Tools of Destruction, Quest for Booty, which that seems kind of fun. A Crack in Time, All for One, Full Frontal Assault, and Into the Nexus. So pretty big addition, all from the PlayStation Studios there. The Ratchet and Clank, and I believe they're celebrating one of their newer releases of one of their newer titles. So cool stuff there. If you're a Ratchet and Clank fan, it's big additions to the PlayStation Plus library.
Nice.
And on top of that, I have a picture. Oh, this is not going to work fantastic here. This is what I'm going to do. So, boom, you can see this picture here. We have now, because PlayStation Plus has this thing where they used to have a leaving category, so people knew which games were leaving, but now they don't have that leaving category due to some sort of glitch. Something's up with it, but somebody was able to go and figure out which games were leaving, and so everybody out here gets to know. We have leaving on November 15th Mafia 3, Mafia 2, and Mafia. So if I don't play Mafia 1 and 2 in the cloud right now, I don't think I will ever play Mafia in the cloud ever since it was promised to me back in, 2020, back in May. So right now is your last chance to play Mafia in the cloud if you're still feeling like it was owed to you. And then leaving on the 21st, surprising is Grand Theft Auto Vice City. And I say surprising because that actually just entered the PS Plus library. So it's interesting that it would be leaving that quickly. But I'm actually, that's one of the games I forgot to say, but whenever I don't want to think and just play in the background, I'm playing that game. I'm having fun as Tony Vercetti tearing it up. Oh my
this
gosh.
was a special edition, so I guess it's like the graphic have been upgraded. And
yeah,
stuff,
the faces. I think they did a lot of work on the faces because they look a lot more realistic.
And you can play on your phone actually this game too, right? I think they
Yeah,
made
with
it
the PlayStation.
But no, I mean you can download the game.
Oh, emulate it. Oh yeah, I don't know if you can download it anymore from the Android store, but
because I thought they made all the old Grand Theft Auto to be able to work on the Play Store, but you still have to pay for them, and they're probably the quality of when they came out. Where the special edition from PlayStation Plus most likely gonna have better graphic, better texture, and stuff like that. But yeah, I know you're done with the news there. There was just that one little thing I wanted to add. People that are interested to play games, phone games on their PC, it's now available in Canada. So Google Play Game for PC is now available in Canada. I know it's not cloud gaming, but it's the funny thing about Stadia shutting down, and now Google Play Game is getting all the love and support, and you're required to have a requirement for your PC to be able to take it, which is funny enough. But yeah, you can play Android game on your PC now.
Official Google experience. What does that mean? They'll leave you after 3 years?
Yeah, right. Well, it's available for PC. The one thing I wanted to mention, if you download the application and install it, the first thing I noticed, it's the same mistake they did with Stadia, and they do it again. there's no search bar for the library.
Oh wow.
If you're looking at the game, you can go and sort it by, like, sort them by title, recently update, popularity, and top rated, but no search. You cannot search. I don't know if Control F doesn't even work in it, so you got to go through all of them and try to find the game. But I think it's synced with your phone or something like that, because you can just continue playing it. Notice that which game you've played, but yeah, quite interesting. Probably gonna have a look and see how it runs, but yeah, come on.
Yeah.
They developed the technology for cloud gaming, and they're giving us that at the end. So yeah.
And well, thanks for sharing. Yes, that is important news. Should throw it out there. Looks like
Yeah.
Google's evolving. I wanted to share with you now. I thought I'd spice up the show a little bit. This is an upcoming game trailer that I personally am super excited for. So, would you want to check out a little bit of it?
Let's check it out.
So yeah, I got to figure out a way to get sound incorporated into there. But what you can see there is sort of like Red Dead meets Zombie Invasion meets new game engine and superpowers, and it's coming to GFN 3080 tier. Oh my gosh, this game has multiplayer co-op. It has a real gritty feel. I mean, a lot of awesome things coming from this. That's got me excited for it. It looks really, really cool. Yeah, that is
Yeah,
a
that's
is a
nice.
game I think I'm pretty excited for coming up November 22nd.
That is pretty cool. It make me think of yeah, it's like you have power and stuff like that, and you use those kind of cowboy gun, but they look like they have energy weapon or something.
Yeah.
Pretty neat.
Yeah, it's a you can play it solo or co-op,
Mm.
fight in the style of visceral, explosive combat against bloodthirsty monstrosities, eradicate the vampiric and zombie-like hordes within your lightning-fueled gauntlet, and become the Wild West superhero. Developed by Flying Wild Hog, and it was published by Focus Entertainment. And IGN is quoted on their review. They do not make games like this anymore. This game really makes me wish that they did. PC Game says unbelievably satisfying. A lot of great pre-reviews for this. So some cool stuff. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing this. I'm definitely going to reach out and say, hey, any keys for this one? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see.
Looking trying it.
But yeah, that's a game I thought I'd like to share. Pretty neat. Neato
Mhm.
burrito. Now, to a little bit of fun stuff.
Mhm.
What game clips you got for us, Nads? What have you been? Were
Well, I
you were able?
explained before showing it. It's a Destiny 2 clip. I
Yes.
was doing the raid King's Fall with N7 and his team, and we were at Sister. We were just doing the N, like, killing the boss, killing the Sister, finishing the encounter, and this happens. I'll show it there. As you
Yeah.
can see, we kill her. Like, I removed the sound because it was kind of glitchy, but we kill her and everybody die, and we reappear, and we're like, what the hell just happened? It was kind of a funny moment.
Yeah,
Quite
I've seen that.
interesting. But that was
That's always.
before I left for Mexico, so like that's pretty much the only clip I have.
Oh, I remember when that happened on the raid boss too. That's always the best part because you never want to do a raid boss all over again. But when it just finishes, you're all like, "Oh, great."
Yeah.
I know this is bad etiquette, but I just wanted to quickly share. These are the free games on Epic. It's taking forever to load up.
Yes.
You can grab these on Epic right now. It's as easy as clicking and getting. Be sure to check those out. We have Filament, Rising Storm 2, Vietnam, Elba, A Wildlife Journey, and Shadow Tactics. This looks right up my alley. Oh, continue. Oh, Ninja Star to the head. Oh.
I don't know if like some of those games might be available on GFN.
On GFN. Yeah,
if
so
you
can
have
check
it
that out.
connected. If you have your
Oh,
GFN
look at this.
with Epic.
Oh my god, that's interesting. That's
It's a
interesting.
top-down.
So it's like top down, strategic, like stealth, throw things to distract. Yeah, pretty cool. What? It's saying buy now, but it's supposed to be free.
It's not yet free.
Oh, coming soon.
Yeah,
Coming
because
soon.
right now we only have 2, Rising Storm 2, Vietnam, and Filament.
So here's some funny game clips I'm gonna share with you guys from some Modern Warfare 2 shenanigans. Oh, look at that butt shot. Oh, I butt killed him so bad. I butt killed him.
Butt kill him. That's awesome.
This one I made a little short. This is just bad etiquette, all right? You should not do this to another man's kill.
Tossing smoke
I know.
Stand by for next HQ confirmed. Push to that location.
Boom, eat it. I got him. You don't have to. Why are you teabagging my kill?
on the way.
It's my.
Why are you teabagging my kill?
I've never seen that. Like, you
it's
teabag
just
another
funny.
person's kill.
People are just toxic. That's all.
And this one I call don't park there.
We're driving them back. Keep the pressure on, lads. Friendly UAV online.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then this one, I'm not sure. I'm about to figure this out. What did I clip here? Oh yeah, that's you.
That's
you. That's your dead and come back. Yeah. I was like, did I load one up? No. But yeah, that's some little fun game clip moments.
Yeah.
Always fun to share. But yeah, when you kill that boss and you come back, like after you die, like it's always like, oh damn it! But then yes, I don't have to do it
Oh,
again.
we didn't die. I like your
it's
clip
nice-
on Call
it's
of Duty.
great.
It's always fun.
Yeah.
So did you buy for PlayStation or?
PlayStation 5, yeah. And that's why I'm having space issues, right? Because these games are freaking masso size. I think 121. But once I finish the campaign, that's the thing. They come in like blocks, so I can just delete the campaign, and that's like 30 gigs right off of the bat. And
That's crazy.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But it's a lot of games. I like hanging out. I know Ryzak and Certified Doc, Kali Vrudros. They've been running some streams. I've been able to get in and just shoot it up with those guys. And yeah,
That's good. That's a game that should like totally be available on GFN or anything like that
big
because
time.
it's just so big, right? So
It's too big.
I know my wife been asking me if we should buy it. I was like, it's quite a lot. We got to buy the game 2 times.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there's no way to share it, is there? Like if you get it on Xbox, couldn't you both isn't there a family share plan? We should have gone over that. I think they
No,
just released it.
she's gonna buy on PC because she has a PC. The Xbox One
Oh,
not
she has a
be enough.
PC. Well, you can share with the Steam library, right? But you just can't
Mhm.
play at the same
At the
time.
same time, yeah. We're probably gonna play at the same time if it happens. So,
Uh, well,
yeah.
we're gonna have to up those views.
Hmm.
So yes, don't forget to like and subscribe. Help us get up there. Yes. Well, we'll look forward to it. Hopefully to see you both out on some Modern Warfare. Who knows? I know you'd probably be a sniper out there.
Not necessarily.
Oh, not necessarily. Ooh,
No,
don't want to
it's
give
one
your
of those
secrets
games.
away.
Yeah, yeah. I need to learn how to quick snipe. Sometime I used to get some good snipe, but yeah, I need to re-practice. I haven't played Modern Warfare in quite some time now.
So would you
Um,
get it on PC then?
Yeah, probably on
Yeah.
PC, on Steam, so I can like eventually play on GFN or like any type of cloud gaming.
Right.
Would be best, I think.
I mean,
It's
it'll never
definitely
come
a
to the
game.
cloud.
That's the thing. Activision need to jump on that board because it's same like I think
And
they're
if
the
it
only
does, it'll be
company that
Xbox.
well if it's on xCloud that's even better too. So
Yeah. I mean, that'll be
at
huge.
least it's something, right? So yeah. But that being said, this week we got Destiny 2 community coming out on Tuesday. We're gonna do that again. I know last week ended up like being like going well, me being away. So, well, we're gonna look into that and just watch out on some of our stream coming up. We plan to like show you guys more video game.
Awesome. Guys, thank you for tuning in. You guys in the chat make it awesome. Want to shout out to Bliss. Thank you for being a super friend and super fan. So really appreciate hanging out, gaming with you, and all the help you give us in the games. Mr. Jeffrey Janak, thanks for tuning in. Want to give a shout out to Ryzak on the way home. Hope you drive safe. Lo-Fi Monk, thank you for tuning in, as well as Crow Resin and Cami28. Guys, thank you for coming out, and all of the lurkers who were in the background there. This is the first time we actually streamed out to Trovo. What's that? Trying new things. So check us out on Trovo. Don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube, on Twitter, all of the places. Thank you for all of the gaming community for giving us the news. Don't forget to check us out on all of the places. Listen, the only biggest thank you I want to say here is to this guy right here for being an awesome co-host, making the podcast what it is. Thank you, Sebastian. Thank you for coming back
Pleasure.
and not staying in Mexico forever in the warm weather.
Yeah, no, definitely. I wanted to come back home.
All right, guys. So don't get caught in the rain when you're playing in the clouds. All right.
Awesome.
See ya and take care.